Reason being, trying to base a business strategy or business plan or your business on the whole around price is very, very difficult to do. There's always going to be someone who's going to beat your price. So you need to take examples, I would say, from the larger companies or those who would have gone before you, and you would notice what they would have done is not base their business based on price. They would base their business strategy on how they actually do business, what they're selling, whether it be the quality of their product, the service that they offer, or in some instances, like I would use the example of Lipton. For years, I and all didn't realize that I would say I would like to have Lipton tea, but Lipton is actually the brand. Because their branding has become so strong, we associate, well, most of us would associate green tea with Lipton.
Correct.
Right? But Lipton is just the brand. Lipton is not what you're drinking. What you're having is green tea or decaffeinated green tea, depending on the flavor that you take. But their branding has become so strong. Another example of that would be Comfort. We would say, go to the grocery, get us a bottle of Comfort. But Comfort is the brand itself. What you're actually purchasing would be fabric softener.
Same thing like Breeze and Squeezy.
Exactly. All of those.
And Clorox.
Clorox, yeah. All of these, because of their brand identity has become so strong, we identify that brand with the product. KFC is another great example. You don't eat KFC, you eat chicken and fries or their sandwiches.
Correct.
But their branding has become so strong. Now, when they've become so strong, they now tend to diverse into giving discounts and having cheaper prices. So I would hear, potential business owners or persons in the business field coming up saying, well, I'm gonna give discounts. No. Stick to your prices. If you have set your price, even you, Aisha, I'm sure you could attest to this, when you set your prices for your services and someone calls and said, well, I'm thinking about sending one person, but I may have two more in the future. Could I get a discount? I hope the response is, unfortunately, I'm unable to do so, but this is the price, and this price stays. And that is something that we have to learn when doing business, that our prices have been set for a particular reason, so we need to maintain these prices and only use those prices when dealing with customers. Build your business on other strategies, other information other than price or discounts or I'm going to be cheaper than the competition. Being cheaper isn't always necessarily better, but quality of service is a very important point to note, and that is what I wanted to discuss today. Also, I wanted to use another misnomer, which would be ownership as well as occupying until. So we would believe, let's say for example, we say, well, okay, I own my own car or I have my own home, but the reality of it is we may have a mortgage. Now, a mortgage is not a bad thing. For a business person, a mortgage is a very good thing. Being able to go to the bank and utilize the facilities, or credit union, utilize the facilities that they're offering in order to purchase your home or purchase a car is a great thing. However, if you have used these facilities and you're unable at any moment to pay it off in its entirety, then you don't actually own it. You're just currently occupying it until. Because the moment, just as the person who is renting, for example, you start to miss payments or you start to stop paying your rent, you're going to be out on the street.
Correct.
So we have this belief where we feel, okay, well, I bought my own home, it's under my name, but we're still paying the bank off it and we tend to get comfortable. That would be a fallacious statement. This is the time where you have to really come out and work harder to make sure that, look, today, tomorrow, I decide I need to pay off for my home, pay off for my car, or maybe that business loan I took to work on my invention or launch my new product. Until I can clear it off entirely, you are just merely occupying until. And it needs to now be realized that this is what you've done. You've taken a loan to reach a particular goal, to reach a particular target, and you need to do everything in your power to push your business, to push your brand identity. I cannot emphasize how important it is. If you are not eating your brand, sleeping your brand, living, talking about it every single day, then you're not doing everything possible to push the brand forward.
Well,
some persons will ask you, what is or how do I push my brand? You know, how do I make my brand different from everybody else? How do you go about doing it? If there is a million people doing what I am doing, what makes me so special?
Well, you need to grab attention. Being able to grab attention in whatever way. There are so many different forms now to grab attention, whether you use media houses, whether you use social media, whether you get persons to advertise your brand, sometimes even giving away helps. There are so many different avenues you can take in order to grab that attention, because that is what it comes down to. For example, there are other fast food outlets, but the one that's adamant in our minds, sometimes even children, we don't even know how they learn those words, but they come out and they say, Mom, can I have KFC? And you're like, you know, where did you learn that word? But their branding is so powerful. They're always marketing. There are signs on the highway. They put it in flyers. They do all their Google ads. To some, it will be a very costly venture. For others, it is a very necessary venture. If you do not advertise properly, you do not grab attention, people don't know you, then you can't expect them to support you. So you need to figure out creative ways. And there's no one particular way to say, okay, I have to put my ad in the newspaper or I have to do a Google ad. There are many different ways to grab attention for your brand or your product. And you would have to figure out which way would be most suitable for your brand as well as your product and or service.
Excellent. Those of you who want to call in and talk to Mr. Leinster Campbell, you can do so now. 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391. We are back up on YouTube and Facebook. I've posted the YouTube link inside our Facebook comments for those of you who got through off a short while ago. Robert, you're a lifesaver for working feverishly with me to put them back up for that chirping Sesame Street song I play. It's a Sesame Street song to make them shut on both lives, eh? I feel it's a Sesame Street song. Yeah.
Wow.
They're not playing the copyright.
The copyright.
So I posted the link to the YouTube channel back up. Yeah? I've posted the link to the YouTube channel back up, people. It's inside the comment section on our Facebook page. They threw down the former live a short while ago, so you can get back to me on YouTube. Yeah, or if you just want to, go straight to Iwer TV, and it's live broadcast on the street. We already have 90 people looking at us. We usually have over 300. At least that's what we had a short while ago. I would like to get it back up to that number. Yeah, so you guys need to go on to YouTube, for those of you on YouTube. And, of course, head on over to Iwer TV, live broadcast on the street, 919 or 91.9 FM. We have someone on the line. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live. Caller, you live. Not there. Sorry, I lost you. Yes. So, hi. Yes, I'm seeing David Peters back on. All right. So, we're crossing 100. I need to get my 300 back. All right. And for those of you on Facebook, remember to like the video and share the live. Yeah. So, go ahead, Mr. Campbell.
Yeah. So, people will often ask us, Len Capital certificates, what are you all about? Feel free to check us out on the website. That is lencapital.com, Lenn capital.com. We have certificates available. We have named these certificates, and those would be Opal, Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, and Diamond certificates. These certificates have different values, and the values of these certificates would determine what benefits you would get.
We have a caller. Caller, you live?
Yeah, good afternoon, Aisha, and to your guest here, good afternoon. I just calling to say you said something marketing. Marketing, if you have a product and the product doesn't really have any value within it, but you can market that product, you'll become a millionaire in the morning. And you see this come, I remember I used to work in a store years ago, and they used to have sale. But when they have sale, what thing they used to do? Carry up the price until they have sale, and they still make something on the original price that they had before. So people have to be very careful about things, especially in Trinidad. Good program. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Excellent
sir.
point indeed.
Yes, very excellent point. As he said before, now that statement that he uses is also very accurate, but it can also be misleading. You would not become a millionaire overnight. People need to understand. Now, he's right by saying marketing is important, and his points are very accurate, but we need to also understand it takes a lot of time to market your business, to get the attention, to go out there and make a name for yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. Persons often believe, well, okay, I heard a guy say on the radio, I can make money overnight. Trust me, it takes a lot of time. It takes sometimes at least 2 to 3 years before a product can get through all the noise, everything that's happening. So don't give up. But when you do break ground, literally one day you would go to bed with 0 followers, and you could wake up the following day with probably over 100,000 followers if you've been doing the proper marketing, putting in the proper groundwork, getting your business idea out there, trying it and failing. Failing teaches you a lot. Persons, don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid of criticism. Criticism is a very important part of your business. If no one criticizes you or no one tells you anything about your product, then you're doing something wrong. Everyone cannot speak well of your product. Someone has to say, do this differently. Now, you cannot listen to everyone at the same time, but there are certain information or certain pointers you would be given that you would need to listen to. You would use them to better yourself as a person and also better your business. And we also don't understand the correlation. We think, well, okay, that's only my business. I don't need to work on myself. Trust and believe it starts with you. Whatever you're pushing is a direct reflection of you. There was a saying a long time, they would say you can identify a man by the car he drives or the way he dresses. It's the same thing. What is inside you is going to come out. So if you are naturally a lazy person, your business ethics are going to be the same way. So you would need to start that transformation from within your mindset, the way you think, the way you operate. Some persons may find it more difficult than others, but try it with the simple things. Try it with just, the starting of making up your bed, or, staying off your phone for an extra half an hour every day and using that time to do some research. Maybe, washing your car, dressing nicely, talking to people about your business, learning. I've said on this program before, do it for free. Go to somewhere where you can see how they're doing it, learn from them, and maybe you might even learn, well, look, I don't need to start my own business. I can join forces with another entity that's going to be just as powerful, probably even make twice as much money, even get twice as much recognition. So all of these are a lot of information I'm giving to you very quickly, but feel free to reach out to me if you need more consultation on your business, on how to launch your business. Should you still be in business? Should you go into your own business? Maybe you have problems at home, how you run your household, how you run your company, or you have issues as an employer. Feel free to reach out to us, and we do our best to consult you and give you that important advice.
One thing I want to tell you is that the pepper sauce lady, she reached out to me, and of course, she is one of the entrepreneurs that you are grooming to hit the market.
Correct.
And she has started to test her product.
Right.
So she is testing her products, their shelf life, because she's doing pepper sauce, she is doing seasoning, and she's testing it with all natural ingredients, and then she's testing it with preservatives. So she's making them, sharing them to friends and family, seeing how long the shelf life is, and doing her own research.
Very important.
And I'm thinking that's extremely important. So coming here today with that topic, I know you don't get pepper sauce lady that since last week, hence the reason why she reached out to me this week, telling me that she's testing her own product.
Yes, you have to. You cannot expect the market to do everything for you. You cannot expect friends or family to do it for you. You have to do the groundwork. Follow the history of any company that's in your space. See how they would do it. They do a lot of testing. I know personally of 2 companies that provide surveys on your product or your service, and it's a good thing to have so you can know the direction to take. And also, when you get into the marketplace, you're also able to figure out your niche, because you may start doing pepper sauce, seasoning, kuchila, and then the pepper sauce takes its own turn. And now you have to work on building the pepper sauce brand to be much bigger than the other two products. So it takes a lot of work, but it's definitely going to be worth it. It is your product, it's your baby. You have to put in the work, but the results will definitely be there.
And for persons who continue to view the show on the live, I'm almost certain you realize every single time Mr. Leinster Campbell comes in, he is branded.
Every time.
Whether it's his face mask, his shirts, his tie, I'm looking at his watch. That and all might have Len Capital on it. His typing, every single thing. And that is a form of advertising as well, because I'm sure people see you and ask you, what's that?
Exactly. They want to know. I was stood in a line the other day, and a young lady poked her head out, and she kept looking to see, what was on the shirt. People read your brand, and you would think people are not noticing, but they notice. And you have to give them something that's very clear when you're doing branding, something that's very clear, very visual, something they can understand, that they can read clearly. So for us, it's very simple. You read Len Capital on my shirt, you can literally go to the website that is Len Capital, or Facebook pages Len Capital.
And anywhere you see the logo, you know it's connected.
Exactly.
That's another thing. How creative can persons be with their logo?
I would tell everyone, honestly, take the creativity down 2 notches.
Okay.
Reason being, it sounds weird, but look at the big brands. Look at what they do. Their brand is always very simple to replicate. The reason being, when you want to do branding, let's say on the flag, on the holder for your envelopes, on your cell phone, on the mic, it's much simpler to replicate a simple logo and brand as opposed to one that's very difficult, a lot of colors.
Yeah.
If you think about it. I probably shouldn't be calling names, but let's look at KFC, B-Mobile, Digicel, all these big companies, Answer Macau, Toyota.
Their brands are simple.
Very, very simple.
I think simple logos are classier. That's just my opinion.
It is. And it's more effective because when you, for example, when you see the star, anywhere, hey, anytime I see that L and that star, I know it's Len Capital.
Yeah.
So anything affiliated with it, it automatically brings to memory that brand I would have seen before. But when it's something very difficult to memorize, your brain now has to take longer to identify. I'm not really sure where I would have seen it, or I don't even understand what it means. Now, to you, it may mean a lot, but to the person looking on, they want something that's very simple, very easy to understand. B-Mobile, a simple B. Digicel, just the word. KFC, K, F, and a C. You don't get simpler than that. And you keep looking at these companies as how they do it. I'm not saying that's the only way to do it, but they've been very effective in the way they brand.
Excellent. Well, we just have a minute or so to go. Carice Etienne's mom says hi, and Claudette Alexander is thanking you for the information. So
You're
go
most
ahead.
welcome.
We just have a minute or so to go. You can close.
Yes, so remember to look out for us. That is lencapital.com. For those of you who are interested in investing, I cannot admonish enough. Investing is not insurance. Please, people, learn what investments are about. Learn how these companies grow. I spoke about branding today. I spoke about misnomers, fallacious statements, erroneous statements. You cannot build your brand yourself, your company, yourself as an employee, a mom, a dad, or a student without investing. And it will take a great amount of sacrifice, but it will pay off in the end. Sometimes your investment will fail, but that's a part of it. You cannot always be successful, and if you have always been successful, then you haven't tried hard enough. Remember to look out for Len Capital on our website. Message us on WhatsApp, that is 3990307. Call the number, ask to speak to Leinster Campbell, and I'll give you as much information as possible.
Thank you so much. So with that, Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to go for a break, and we will be right back. Stay with us right here on the street, 919 FM.
Hey! What's that big running down $1 million and one girl out there? When they got one, you are the queen of queen of you are the queen of queen of so let me see them you are the queen. One drop, let me go. Let me know how much queen I can pull from the pack. One girl, two girl, three. Give me a queen that could hang the jack. Shuffle up the back, not every queen must have the king back. No waste girl energy. You see that queen that get a hand nearly back. That is the one for you are the queen of you are the queen of queen of so let me see them you are the queen. You are the queen. Let me tell them I like it. You don't like it. because you're hot and steamy, steamy, steamy. You touch road and the man them dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Yeah, because you're hot and steamy, steamy, steamy. You touch road and the man them dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. You're looking good tonight. Make some noise. Wonderful. I find in society, we don't honor, we don't love the women. We don't honor and love the queens. I think we need to show some more respect to our queens. You agree with me? Say yeah. Nice. And this song is not about your significant other alone. Your queen could be your mother, your grandmother, your aunt. And this is the reason why I write this next verse. Alright? Let me go. One drop. You is a blessing to the world and you know that. Appreciate all the love when you show that. My God, in your madness, hold facts. Love stronger than elements. My mindset on you. I don't know what to do. Hope my wish come true. And that's why you are the queen. 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 How I like it, because you're hot and steamy, you touch road and you want them dreamy, yeah, because you're hot and steamy, you touch road and you want them dreamy, yeah, you are the queen, you are the queen, so let me see that.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and 5th Street South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the repairing of the breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach Radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. From the moment you first crossed eyes,
it's a girl,
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Master Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowpita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Cloudnell Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Ronnie, do you have $488 to live?
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements, silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359.
Or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
No distance can divide us. Our hope is what connects us. Though challenges we face, we're still full of resilience. If we believe together, things are gonna get better. We're closer than we've ever been. We will rise up much stronger. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe. Yes, we've been down before, and we will rise once more. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe. Hope will lead the way. Tomorrow's a brighter day, so just believe.
Believe in the future, believe in each other, and we will get there. Be mobile, just believe.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Right here in the back.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you so much for staying with us. Approximately 5 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock, right here on the Street 919 FM. So, okay, I have almost 200 people back on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for coming back and staying with me, yeah?
Yes.
So,
people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek.
So thank you so much for staying with me. We have a lot to discuss this afternoon. For those of you who did not get the Prime Minister's press conference earlier today. Well, I have that in the mixed here for you, so you can check it out as well. Big news coming out from the office of the Prime Minister.
And will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
All right, so let me just open it up for you guys to get a clearer view. This is what we're going to be discussing. Let's go.
Today, the cabinet met as usual. Usually we meet on a Thursday morning, and I conducted cabinet from here in Blemen. Not for the first time, but very convenient while I'm in Tobago. I want to address the issue of the 6-6 deadlock in the Tobago House of Assembly, which, as you may recall, an election was called after the Assembly was dissolved late last year. There was an election in January. That election ended with a deadlock of 6-6. And I think it was during January, I came to Tobago and I met with the 12 elected people who had been sworn in, and I indicated to them at the Magdalena Hotel that I would leave it to them to see what they could work out in that situation, and they should consider that the opportunities for going back to the polls, as was in the air and remains in the air, is always on the cards, more than likely. And there were two situations. One, that we go back to the polls specifically to deal with the deadlock and trying to break it. The other one was to be cognizant of the fact that there was some serious work that was underway in the Parliament and could come to an end in such a way that it will in itself result in an election. And in January, I pointed out to the Tobago elected persons and the national community here in Tobago that the Joint Select Committee of the Parliament was close to concluding its work, and the Parliament had given that committee an extension until May 31st to report, and the committee apparently could be in a position to report. If that committee reported in May, then the committee's report could be debated, and I gave the assurance as head of the government that if the committee did report as expected by the Parliament, then the Parliament would debate that report, and that report, if it concludes in a way that the matter was addressed and settled, that it had in it the requirement for going to the polls, and that was surrounding the whole question of the committee's report had recommended or would recommend the change in the structure of the assembly, whatever that change might be, but one of the changes we expected, because that came down with acceptance by the majority, of a 15-seat house that would require us going back to the polls in Tobago and contest that 16-seat house. Well, the committee did in fact report, and the 6-month period since January, that election till now, has not resulted in any settlement where a presiding officer could have been elected, and in fact the Tobago House of Assembly has been being managed and is represented by the incumbent outgoing members as required by law. Because notwithstanding what you will hear and accusations made, the law specifically spells out that until a presiding officer is selected, the assembly, those who are, until a chief secretary is elected, the outgoing officers hold, just to make sure that there's continuity in what in effect is a period of transition. This has gone on now for some months, and I'm sure there are not very many people who would like this to continue much longer. The committee reported, the parliament debated, and with respect to the number of seats or the makeup of the assembly, one of the recommendations of the Joint Select Committee of the Parliament is that the assembly should now be drastically adjusted to have a body made up of elected and unelected persons. I think it's 15 elected persons and 8 chosen, 5 by the majority, whoever that is, 2 by the minority, and 2 by the president in that office's own discretion. So those recommendations came in response to the consultation and advice and the vision of a new assembly. However, that remains in abeyance now because the committee's report, after 2 days of debate in the parliament, the committee's report is now in committee of the whole house. And I don't know when that would end. I don't know how it will end. What I do know is that the government that I lead does not have the votes to bring about the change to effect what the committee has recommended there. We have seen in Tobago support for and voices against. There are those in Tobago who, particularly those people who I lead in the PNM and those who are not led by anybody in a political party, the independent voices in Tobago, have their view. The political opposition in Tobago has been, to use their word, reject what the committee has offered. But I took steps in the parliament to keep the committee's work alive for a while because the parliament went on recess after that debate, and that committee work will remain there until it dies when the parliament prorogues. So that brings us to what happens to Tobago and its deadlock. And we therefore have to go back to where we were in January. And I've written something here for the benefit of you members of the media who do your yeoman service. First, in understanding exactly what is being said and what the law says and what is going to be done, because we don't want too many misunderstandings or any for that matter. So let me just read the law as it stands for you. I'll read it fairly slowly, and I think we'll be in a position to give an electronic copy to all of you after, so you can have it for your own consultation. So free your mind a little bit and listen carefully to what I'm reading, but you will get your own electronic copy before you leave. Right. The Tobago House of Assembly Amendment Act was passed in Parliament as Act number 2 of 2021 and assented to by the President on March 16th, 2021. I must point out that that assent would have been at the request of the Cabinet. The Act amends 2 existing laws. 1, the Tobago House of Assembly Act, Chapter 2503, and 2, the Election and Boundaries, Local Government and Tobago House of Assembly Act, Chapter 2505. Cabinet today, Thursday, July 22nd, 2021, approved the proclamation of the Tobago House of Assembly Amendment Act by Her Excellency the President on Monday, July 26, 2021. So, after asking for an assent, which has been had, the Cabinet today asked for a proclamation. And the proclamation date is to be next Monday, which is the 26th of July. After proclamation of the Tobago House of Assembly Amendment Act by the President, the following is the process that will occur. 1. under section 4.2c2 of the Elections and Boundaries Local Government and Tobago House of Assembly Act, Chapter 2505, the Election and Boundaries Commission is required within 90 days of the proclamation of the Tobago House of Assembly Amendment Act to produce a report and submit such report to the Minister of Rural Development and Local Government for the purpose of creating 15 electoral districts. 2. The Minister with responsibility for local government and rural development is then required by law to lay before the House of Representatives for its approval the draft of an order by the President for giving effect, whether with or without modification, to the recommendations contained in the report. That's the report that the EBC will produce. And that draft may make provision for any matters which appear to the Minister to be incidental to or consequential upon the other provisions of the draft. 3. Where any draft order made under this section gives effect to any such recommendations with modifications, the Minister of Rural Development and Local Government shall lay the draft order before the House together with a statement of the reasons for the modification. The statement, item 4, statement and draft order by the President for giving effect to the recommendations in the report is then debated in the House of Representatives. 5. Where any draft order is approved by resolution of the House of Representatives, the Minister shall submit the draft order to the President, who shall make the order in terms of the draft. 6. The order comes into force on such day as may be prescribed in it and has the force of law. 7. Upon the order coming into law, there will now be 15 seats in the electoral area of Tobago. 8. Section 22.3 of the Tobago House of Assembly Act, which was amended by the Tobago House of Assembly Amendment Act, then kicks in, and the primary election can then be called, and a date fixed for the election by the Chief Secretary upon consultation with the President and the Prime Minister. 9. Pursuant to the amended Tobago House of Assembly Act, the date for the primary election cannot be earlier than 2 months from the making of the order, nor can it be later than 3 months after the making of the order. And 10. Once the date for the primary election is fixed, the EBC then commences all its processes under the Election and Boundaries Act for the holding of such election. Now, having thoroughly confused you with that, let me crystallize it for John Public. 1. Proclamation of the Act is Monday, 26 July 2021. So there has been a request for a proclamation. So come Monday, that amendment will become law. The EBC begins producing a report for the creation of 15 seats in Tobago for submission to the relevant minister, in this case, the Minister for Local Government. The report of the EBC must be completed within 90 days of the proclamation. It doesn't mean it will be 90 days, but it must be concluded within a 90-day period. But it is the EBC that will decide how much time it needs to produce that report. Whether it is 1 month, 1 week, 2 months, that is entirely up to the independent body, the EBC. But they have a limit of 90 days. It must be done within 90 days. However, we must bear in mind that the EBC has just done work on Tobago in January for an election and should be well positioned and very familiar with the up-to-date situation of the electorate in Tobago, and therefore we expect that this would be done well within the 90-day period. And then The draft order and statement of reasons to give effect of recommendations in the report tabled by the minister and debated in the House. So once the report is done by the EBC, at the pleasure of the EBC, and they submit that report to the relevant minister, takes it to the Parliament, and there's to be a debate on it in Parliament. That debate will end with a resolution in the House to complete it. The report of the EBC usually is accepted without mores, but it can be amended by the House, and they could add another seat, they could add two, they could take it. The House has the power to do that. But whatever the Parliament agrees to is what will be the final position of the EBC's report into the Parliament. And that order, that will then see the end of the debate in the Parliament. The Parliament will then have confirmed and make that law, and that order for 15 seats will be made by the President, and that will be gazetted. As the THA is not fully constituted, with no election of a presiding officer and others being so circumstanced, after the passage of 14 days from the last primary election, the THA, by virtue of the proclaimed act, which is what's going to happen on Monday and confirmed by the Parliament later on, which amends the existing laws, that act will stand, the House will stand dissolved, and a fresh election for the THA with 15 seats will follow. So the dissolving of the Parliament, the THA, will come into force when that proclamation and the order being accepted, right? Let me read it over again. Because the THA is not constituted now with a newly elected Chief Secretary, nor a presiding officer, it would be the Chief Secretary who normally would initiate the process of dissolving the House. But since there is no new Chief Secretary subsequent to the last election, the dissolving of the House is now to be done by the provisions of the law that's going to be passed in the Parliament. Because provision is made in that amendment to dissolve the House. Because as we sit here now, the THA could not have been dissolved to go back to the polls, because there was this contention as to who calls the THA and who can dissolve it. The existing law spells out that it is the Chief Secretary who can do that. But the Chief Secretary is not in a position so to do now, because they have not been able to elect a chamber, right? But so what we did when we amended the law, we made provision for the amendment to give power to dissolve the House, right? So it reads, as the THA is not fully constituted, with no election of a presiding officer and Chief Secretary and so on, and being so circumstanced after the passage of 14 days, because that's what the law says, right? If after 14 days you have not been able to do that process, then the House will stand dissolved, and then a primary election will become due. So it's on that basis that the House is now dissolved, and a primary election becomes due, because 14 days have long passed. So the House can now be dissolved once that new arrangement is made into law.
So that's where we're going this afternoon. That is where we're going this afternoon. It is official. Trinidad and Tobago. The Tobago House of Assembly Amendment Act will be proclaimed on Monday, the 26th of July, 2021, allowing for the dissolution of the THA and fresh elections to be held. The Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, at a post-cabinet briefing held at the Prime Minister's official residence in Tobago, Dr. Rowley says the Cabinet has approved the proclamation, which will now allow Elections and Boundaries Commission to produce a report redrawing the electoral boundaries for Tobago from 12 to 15 seats as revised in the Act. The report must be completed within 90 days of the proclamation, and will be submitted to the Minister of Rural Development and Local Government. It will be debated in the Parliament where a simple majority is required for passage. The Prime Minister said once the report is based on fresh elections with 15 seats will follow. Dr. Rowley said the new election will allow the people of Tobago to deal with the issue of the 6-6 deadlock. I'm opening up the phone lines now for the people of Tobago to call me. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? You could be heading back to the polls pretty soon.
Yes, we going down the road, but we must keep going. Like if we commit a crime, and we keep serving time, but we must keep fighting. Remember they say that nothing lasts forever. One day is for the slave, one day for the master. So always keep your courage up. Don't allow confidence to drop. One day we'll be right.
Caller, you're live. Good afternoon.
Aisha, did I give you the right answer? Just before you spoke to your guest this afternoon?
You broke up a bit.
Did I give you the right answer just before you spoke?
Yes, you gave me the right answer. You did. We're going to deal with that in the last hour.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right, love.
All right, down.
For the bright side is where we going. Oh.
There is already slurs coming from those opposed to the government. Some of their concerns are as follows. Can they trust the EBC? Why does a simple majority allow for this to pass? How can we be certain Tobago will have fair and free elections? Those are the concerns coming out from the other side. What's your thoughts? Caller, you live.
Hey, Aisha.
How you doing, bro?
Hi there, comrades. We ready and ready. I see Kingsley wanted to go up to Tobago. So Aisha, he was begging to go up so you could give one of them tickets to go up.
Your head good, boy? What I carry in Kingsley, Tobago to do? Could you tell me?
The man said he was asking for donations to go up.
Look, caller.
I see why you're going up though. We need the help. We need to win that amazing Holland thing. We ready? I'm ready. We loaded.
The thing about it is this next election is going to be extremely hard because it's more ground to cover, more seats to win.
Right. But we need your help.
Well, that's the only reason why I'm going.
Right. Okay, sis. All right, Aisha.
All right.
Yeah.
Times may be rough. Life may be tough.
Let's go, caller, you live.
Good evening, Aisha.
Blessed evening.
Where you want to go? Tobago, not Tobago, long time in Aisha.
What that's supposed to mean?
You see, well, first was the president, I'm listening to you, and now is the prime minister's speech. Nothing wrong with this topic. But they wanted to stray from what World Street said. That you, Pastor Google and Shoma will sit to the Davy.
Anderson, I feel you fall and hit your head when you were small too, you know. We talking a serious topic and you going about Wall Street, boy?
But let me tell you what the Tobagonian is saying right now. And on the whole of face side back in me. Signal Hill back in me. Kong Point. Hear what they're saying right now? They are ready 15 seats. Right now, we Tobagonian buy, and the thing is that we are cast sorry. Yeah, I'm talking to the Tanti who is called Tobago. That me and she. I wish Aunt Tobago some call my name. Only mature woman I really love is mommy. You too old for me, Tobago. It's early on they call my name. And I don't like boys.
Lord, stick to the topic, please.
But we waited on it a bit on the body, Tobago. All right, what's the sugar fighting all here?
Hey, this ain't like last election where it had no vibe and no red army, you know. This one going to be different, you know.
You're sure right. And you rather me go get a bad cutlass in Tobago. I bet what Aisha.
Can I help you?
You want to work with all kind of things. You will feel dizzy. You will feel sick, you know. Them Tobagonians go run you, Aisha.
No. That's where you have it all wrong, Anderson Wilson.
Aisha, right now.
The Tobagonians love me like cooked food.
All right, now you feel a long time.
I just letting you know.
All right, I'll lock on and listen.
Yeah, you lock on and listening right there, you little mischievous troll from on the beatum. Don't get tied up, you know. This in like, I just letting you know, I was missed in that last election, eh?
Life may be tough.
Caller, you live. Good afternoon, caller. Not there. I'm gonna play some voice notes in a short while. Caller, you live.
Aisha,
Oi.
Aisha.
Yes.
Yesterday, did I hear you say you're going to give back Mason Hall to the PNM?
Correct is right.
Aisha Welch, isn't that where Dr. Rowley is from?
And your point is?
And he lost it.
And I won it for him.
And now you want to give him back?
Well, I remember I won it for him in 2016 when I put out Ashwood Jack after running there for 16 years. Mason Hall was never PNM. They got it in 2016 in the THA election. They lost it again, and I'm going to give it back to them. Facts.
And Mason Hall, to select it out. I don't tell you already, they don't want him. You don't listen, they don't want him. Jesus Christ.
Fine, as soon as all you hear the Red Army going to Tobago, all your trolls running out, all your hole, not me, you know. I tell all you, not me, you know. All right. Tell Satan all you ain't see me, eh? Okay. All you hear Tobago going to election and everybody jumping around like Jack Spaniards all over the place. Leave me alone, please. Caller, you live.
Afternoon, Aisha.
How you doing?
Are you okay? Why all of them so bummy all of us?
I don't understand. Anderson called to talk about Wall Street. We talking a serious thing. He gone back about Wall Street.
And every time
leave it there. Want to know how Dr. Rowley lose Mason Hall? Mason Hall was never a PNM constituency.
Tobago East, if they do the history, Tobago East was always anti-PNM. And still,
it was by a miracle we took it from Ashwood Jack. Yeah, a miracle.
And not only that, all the talk that he talking, but understand, is Tobago then against Tobago. And when the general election called, Watson Duke himself, I think, went for Tobago East, and Ayana cut his tail. So once people like Aisha and them who strong and very influential walk in the ground, we period, and we have nothing to think, but like, well, they're more fighting for we don't.
I don't understand. Right now, we have one cussing me right here, a PDP supporter on Facebook. Mr. Trevon Webb cussing me, oh, don't come Tobago, put me out then, that's all, put me out.
But mate, that's some of them Tobago, especially some of them up in the Castara side of there. They say some, I don't know, they say some of them don't read and listen news and all kind. I don't want to discriminate. But at the end of the day, Aisha, these people, some of them, Watson tell them to come down by the hotel wherever and tell them to eat some food and drink something. I don't know if not that going to some of them head. But I believe the majority of Tobago are right-thinking citizens. They made a lie against Tracy, and some of them get caught with it, but I realize they start back to realize what it is going on. And I believe once you're working, you go...
Let me tell all you what this is going to boil down to. You know me. Once I call a mark, I could tell you what it is. I don't analyze it. Coming out of this pandemic, all Tobagonians want to be assured of is that the economy in Tobago is on the upturn, and they can afford to rise out of this pandemic. Once we could push that narrative, give them that assurance, there is no problems. Tobagonians don't get trouble, you know. Them is not trouble people, you know. It's either they for or they against. Point taken.
They have so much things to campaign on, or they have new shit.
But it's going to be harder because it's more seats, more ground to cover, more work to do, and less time. They have 90 days after the proclamation to come back and, of course, get this thing. So we're looking like about an October election. First week in October, right after the budget. It's right there. It's not far away.
I want to believe, and that's the one to believe. I know that they will do a superb job in Tobago. and you have my backing and blessings, and you have a lot of people backing and blessing, and you have things, good points to campaign on. So Wall Street and Anderson and all, you don't worry. You don't need to worry about that. Let we worry about we problems, right? I shall look and listen right now and have a
Thank you
thing.
so much. They coming out a hole for me. Watch out them warning me all on Facebook. I don't have no bad blood for anybody who support their political party. All I want is what is best for Tobago. So all you want to vote for a hamper, or all you want a sustainable future for the island? No, we need to talk Tobago. We had to talk Tobago. Caller, you live.
Aisha Wells.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, Aisha Wells, I'm listening to your boy this afternoon from on the beach. You talking serious thing, Aisha? And he come out, Aisha, but it's a good thing to know him very good, right, Aisha?
He miserable bad, mommy.
Yes, and my love, good afternoon to you. Aisha Wells, COP, where's the stories, Aisha Wells?
COP don't know if he up, if he down, or if he wrong side, mommy.
I want to ask COP right now. If it's in Los find out all about all these stupid things he'll be coming and talking on the airway. You understand me? Honest to God. Because it doesn't be making no sense, and the next one who just call it and talking more nonsense. Mr. Leave it right there. I find next time you relax now with your pipe in your mouth, put your foot on the next foot, and just forget about calling Aisha program now, because it's not really making sense. Aisha, I'm not lying to tell you. See that election you're talking about? Aisha is more seat now, right, Aisha Welch?
Yes, it is more seats.
Right. And I am telling you, Aisha, we're going to go across the Aisha and bring it home for the People's National Movement, Aisha Welch. We're going to do it. Yes, we can, Aisha. Have a good one.
Thank you so much. Let's go, caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Hey, PNM Gemma, how are you?
Good. You good?
I good. They minding my business. Don't know where they coming from me so far.
Yes, sir. I want to tell Mr. Leavitt, yes, but my name Trinidad and Tobago business, mind your own business, and Mr. Wall Street, he live on. They don't mind Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago business. It's too fast. Both of them. Right? Sarah Singh and them, both of them. You understand? Let us just leave Trinidad and Tobago business. It don't belong to them. I saw he ain't born in Tobago, he born in Trinidad. You understand? That must leave it there. You better keep leaving it there. When he open out, only leave it there. He say it's nonsense, and then he will leave it there. Okay, Aisha.
Let's go, caller, you live. Caller, you live.
When you want to know what is the mark of the beast, number 666, what does it really mean? It means, when you read in Revelation, it talks about, when you understand, I feel you talking to the wrong Tobago, I feel you talking to Togo, you know the country called Togo? I feel it's Togo you're speaking about, you know. The word on the ground with the Tobagans right now, they have met with the Prime Minister, they have discussed with the Prime Minister personally. So the word on the ground with the Tobagonians people right now, they want the general election to come in the next 5 years so fast to give PNM 30 seats so that they can get full autonomy. Because the UNC is a hindrance for them to get in what they're supposed to be, what they're entitled to. They don't want to support nothing, just like Watson Duke. They don't want to support nothing. Watson Duke is an undercover UNC member. His job, his prime objective, what he was hired for, is to go and cause a distraction in Tobago to pull away 2 seats for the UNC to get it. We feel the Tobagonians stupid and they don't know that. They know that. They are fully aware of what's going on now. They are even aware of its history, its alleged history right now. And that is what's going to show around that PDP in Tobago. You see that history that what's Nuka have in Trinidad, what he boasting about? Those contracts and stuff like that, that is what's going to show down PDP in Tobago. Remember I tell you that.
The lines are open. We're taking your calls. Tobagonians, call me 34200-8177-11791-4665-391. Come off the Facebook and call me. Tell me why it is what we're saying is wrong. I'm seeing you on the live. Call in. Call on your live.
Hey, Mr. Good afternoon to you, Aisha Wes.
Hi, how you doing?
I am blessed by God, not by man or woman. Mr. Good morning, Mr. Good afternoon. To many people of Tobago. I want to thank, without calling any names, the person from Leketo who contacted me. Aisha, this weekend, I want to tell Grandy, my good friend Grandy, who called in and say why I'm crying at Kingsley with you. That is Grandy. If I know his, I know my wife. My good friend Grandy. You know what I said, Grandy? Weekend I will be in Tobago. Weekend I'll be going in Tobago for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday I will be in Tobago. So I want to thank the person who from Leketo.
Somebody from Leketo actually bringing you on the island, but what the hell is this, boy?
Yes, they're going to take me where Rowdy born.
Take it and carry her by the cotton tree.
They're going to take me.
Kingsley, I feel they're setting you up to do you something. Don't go, eh? All right.
No, I'm going, Aisha Wells. Because they tell me that they're going to take me where an opposition leader went to work Obia on a prime minister in this country. So I will be so excited to go Mason Hall and Leketo. The two areas. I will be having my jersey, Kingsley.
I begging you, please stay off the island of Tobago. Kingsley, I'm begging you.
I will be having my
Kingsley, I am begging you, please stay off the island of Tobago. I am begging you, all right?
Aisha, you vex because I'm going to Tobago before you. You vex because I'm going to Tobago before you. And let me tell you, is a high PNM supporter. One of the number one supporter in PNM who don't have a hotel, ticket book, everything already. Tomorrow's coming to me.
Kingsley, take it and come back buying like a goat. Kingsley, I'm begging you, stay off the island, eh?
Tobago people not wicked like Rowdy Aisha Wells. Tobago people not wicked like that man. Okay? And I do not know. But after them 2 days I spent in Tobago, I'm going to tell you who's going to win the election. I do not know if wasn't you will win it. I do not know if PNM will win it. But what I know, some political party is going to lose seats in Tobago. So I look forward. I want to put Mommy on notice. Yes, you, Mommy. I want to put you on notice. Anytime again, you're calling you and try to disrespect me and belittle me, I will go down that road with you. I put you on notice, eh? I will give you one of the most tongue lashing. I will beat you all over 91.9 with my tongue. I bet you cry. I bet you I'm going to beat you with my tongue you cry. Leave Kingsley alone. Leave Kingsley alone. I put you on standby. I put you on warning because I know that pasa. Right? But I wouldn't tell you what I want to tell you because I will bust your bubble. I will turn your bubble and I will squeeze that bubble and I will dig you out of carnage. Leave Kingsley alone because if they want something they can meet me on the pavement. Aisha, if you in caution, Mommy, calling me and trying to disrespect me and belittle me, I hope you'll give me the same time to respond to her.
Kingsley, I am not going to sit here and allow you to disrespect a woman and a mother. Your head good? You cannot disrespect Mommy on this show, no day, no time. Mommy is an elder on this program and we have love and respect for her. I'm not going to sit down and allow you to attack Mommy here. So you need to, Wheel and come again. Caller, you live.
Hi, Showers. Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Kingsley, my boy. Kingsley, spare mommy. You know, mommy like to make noise, you know. Just leave mommy. That's she excitement. Don't go down that road with mommy, Kingsley. I beg you, okay? Hi, Showers. I want to tell you something about Tobago. And Kingsley, I believe one of the oldest silk cotton tree is nothing like it Tobago, and it's in Golden Lane. It's up on the hill in Golden Lane, right? When you go there, you see plenty candles, man.
Leave he let he go Lescato now. Leave he let he go Lescato. Somebody send for he in Lecato and put him in a hotel up there. Let him go, please.
Let me tell you something. Golden Lane, ask any Tobago, even when they had a heritage, they just tell you that silk cotton tree in Golden Lane is one of the oldest on the island, right? Anyway, I shall want to just tell you, you're my friend. But you see what's in Newcastle soldiers day. It had one named Tasha. I think Tasha Boris for the PDP. They're not easy, eh? They fight like lions. So I wanted to make sure and prepare yourself well to go to Tobago to fight, right? Well, they had no UNC in Tobago, so I had to side with my partner this time. Who Vex lost, I sticking with my partner this time. And if she going to Tobago, I'm moving with she. All right? That is all I have to say this afternoon. But be careful because them young Tobagonians who on that PDB army, they dread. They just bite hard. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much. Let's go again. Caller, you live.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
Hi. You know, such a good conversation from the Prime Minister as to, you know, the state of affairs moving forward in Tobago. And two callers who have no sort of constructive conversation, even though you're a man on the street. There are men who on the street there, Anderson, Kingsley. I think you all should know a little better to at least add a little flavor to the evening program. Except you attacking a lady named Mommy who could be a mother, and Anderson lost the bearing. I mean, come on, guys. Only around a long time. It's so disgraceful. But I should have read something about somebody concerning the ABC. Well, you know, they're preempting the UNC because that's what they're going to come with. I have never seen in my life 19 seats of people just wasting the time in the parliament and in the Senate. These people don't add no kind of balance. All they do is oppose. They don't even make recommendations. You had a whole sort of consultation taking place for the effort to Tobago autonomy. The UNC joined the platform and everything and then say no. A most wasteful group of 19 people. And UNC people sit down there. And not only that, you're embracing people who are overlooked and overrated in the form of Kurt Nehu and people like Susan Louis. And that's my thing. The Welfare to Tobago with 15 seats going to put us in a better position for results. And I think Kingsley and they need to learn a little bit more before they come on the radio. Because you have to be so expressive, you know. But make a little bit of common sense in your contribution after you played something where we could be more or less informed about what took place today after a cabinet meeting. My thing is, Aisha, it's a good decision. I hope the UNC, well, you know, they will just make noise because that's what they do. Just barriers they put up for constructive effort by anybody for proper leadership and policy in our country. So I look forward to that. I mean, it will take some time still, but still, I want to warn Tobagonians. There is nothing wrong with you all canvassing and creating your own space for leadership in your country. You don't get a setback when you have to depend on the UNC to make a decision for you all because they are a waste of time. But I'm warning Watson Duke. Now, I don't normally warn people, but I just want to tell Watson Duke. If you're going to put up a fight in Tobago, you have that right. But ensure that there are two aspects of you being in Tobago. UNC cannot be a face that you want to align yourself with to run for Tobago. UNC on that Kamala Fasad and they are not a proper group. So I just warning Watson Duke, and if you're going that way, trust me, you'll get a good, if you get two, you're lucky. You'll get a good 12-3 or 14-1 if you continue along the line of letting Kamala Fasad be in that space where the UNC is a support for you in any Tobago election. I'm just warning you. Take care, Aisha Wells. All the best.
Aisha Wells, good afternoon.
Anderson calling and talking as that talk about Tobago and all kind of thing. And he wants support UNC and all kind of thing at the mother of the nation. I want Anderson to leave on the Bitam and go down in DB. Go down Pinal and see Paria. You understand? When the bars and them, when the Prime Minister open the bars and them, and they walk in and they see you come in, and you understand? I sit down in the bar and I thumb down there and they say, and my partner, who they know me too, do all of the lying men. Don't say nothing, my partner. Look at next nigga coming there, boy. Use a Douglas, boy. You're more Indian than them. I said that PNM in niggas, boy. That would be saying down there in the bars and them. And Anderson want to come and support and them think all this, something wrong with all Anderson. All he had to do now, go down Penal and DB and see Prairie and they will see how they be talking about we black people, how they treat we black people down there. And then come back and say something different. Then you see if you could support
group. So I just wanted what you knew. And it's
go to your whole family down there and live. And they go see if there's some comedy beat them in the ghetto and go down there. And then they get ghetto down there and they go see the kind of life they be living down there. And then you go hear how you go feel. You wouldn't want to live down there, boy. All this waste of time now. In the slavery days, all you who take black people like myself and sell away, you know. All this waste of time, Anderson, boy. You only have no sense, boy. You feel you're doing something good for us?
All right, we have a break to take in a short while. I'll continue to take your calls. Let's see who's there. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon to you, former councillor.
Hi, how you doing, Tabaki?
Happy to be alive. Now, what I'm hearing for the first time this afternoon via your program, is it true the Honorable Prime Minister will be calling the grandfather and grandmother of all election in Tobago?
Correct is right. This is history in Tobago at the moment.
So what you say as the old political adage, is it true you are getting ready to campaign below that big mama tent? Are you gearing up, Sister Aisha? What you're telling Brother Tabaki that Reload PNM is going to sweep Tobago? This is what you're telling me this afternoon?
I am saying, Tabaki, that there is a lot of work to do. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're saying, the Aisha Raj who used to wear that red beret is coming to Tobago.
I'm saying the campaign is not going to be fun, fair. It's more going to deal with Tobago bread and butter issues.
My dear, all I will say, I do not want to add salt or sugar. But all I will say, I wait with bated breath. Let me repeat. I wait with bated breath to see you on the political hustings in Tobago. I cannot say Papa Tabaki will join you because you know I am UNC. Let the best man and the best woman, when a bell is rung in Tobago, bring it on. We are ready for elections in Tobago. Let the best party win. Tabaki Tautano.
We're going to go for a break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Regardless of how it come, we just can't surrender. We gotta keep working towards a better future. We may never be always down and fighting to stay off the ground. We must remember all day will come. While we appreciate the little life got to give.
Tell you what to wear, how to comb and style your hair. If you make you change your clothes, don't like the Q-tex on your toes. And if you have to wear your pin, what time you go when you come in? Ladies, what we tell you, don't get, you know I'm a man. Can you have a manager? Them boys today, they don't face like them, this is sports for you. Can them know your man? That is your manager. Hold night all over you, he they like a star. Can't run away from that, get away from that. And if you say, you better pray. Can't run away from that, get away from that. And if
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Are you experiencing loss of vision, or are your glasses broken? At Value Optical, we're open, and we're here to help. You can have your urgent eyeglasses in 3 days with packages starting at $695. When you visit us, be mindful of the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Please call us toll-free 800-2020 for expert advice on your vision needs or to book your appointment. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Nobody tell you crap. You know why? Because I never saw him before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch. Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
You have been asking for him, and now he's on every second and fourth Friday from 1:15 to 1:45. Pastor, lawyer Dave McKenzie on the Street 919 FM. Call him and ask him about any legal matters that may be confronting you. Also, you have questions about the Bible, about spirituality and religion. He is able to answer. Join Pastor, lawyer Dave McKenzie on the Street 919 FM every second and fourth Friday from 1:15 to 1:45, as he will be dealing with legal matters and matters of spirituality on the Street 919 FM.
At any time, anywhere, anyone can be a victim of a violent crime. Each year, innocent citizens fall victim to various crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board reaches out to victims who have suffered financial loss and physical injury as a result of violent crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board, located at Tower C Level 20 International Waterfront Complex, number 1 Ryson Road, Port of Spain. Call us at 627-2376. The program cannot erase the painful memories of a crime, but it can help ease the financial burdens victims bear. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board.
Why I have this big smile on my face? I got the keys to my home today. I did it with help from TTMF, and it was much easier than I thought. They can help you too.
The belief that the mortgage process is complicated should not stop you from buying a home. At TTMF, we can help you every step of the way. Visit us online or call us today. TTMF, from here to home.
Stay connected at home and to your home with Digicel Plus Smart Combo. We've combined our entertainment and smart services to give you simply more. More speed, more entertainment, more smart solutions, more savings. Get online faster with speed starting at 100 megabits per second. Enjoy better Wi-Fi coverage at home with smart Wi-Fi. Keep entertained with all the must-have TV channels. Feel safer at home with Smart Home. Get simply more with a Digicel Plus Smart Combo. Sign up for the Smart Glass Combo with 100 megabits per second, 27 channels, smart Wi-Fi, and smart home for only $499. Call 866-PLUS or visit digiceltt.com. Digicel Plus. Better together.
I decided that I would try it once. For some strange reason, it started to work. Because every time I run on hard surface, my left knee as well tends to pain the next day. So I tried it, and some miracle it worked.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Is it your mind or does the product work?
Well, I've been running on the road every day now, and I have no pain in my joints. So it's definitely the product.
So the product works.
Definitely.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions, or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God. God's word direct from his throne room in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much? But wait, who's sending me this text? Hurricane warning, be prepared? Denzel, stop washing the car! A hurricane coming!
Mona, calm down. We just need to prepare. We must stock batteries and candles and charge our emergency lights in case we lose power.
That means we have to arrange a backup supply for Daddy respirator.
Yes, and before the storm hits, we must unplug all our electrical equipment. If we need to evacuate, remember to shut off the electricity at the main panel.
Yes, because you know here there's flood. Come, let us move the appliances upstairs, come.
Us, okay.
Wait, Denzel, don't unplug them thing with your wet hand, yourself.
Yes, Mona.
This hurricane season, when preparing for an emergency, don't forget your electricity. Geotech, the power to make it work.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Come here, come try, go try. It's a long time with us. Hey, come take a little jam on the inside. Hey, we got fight, we got no friend and she got girls on the inside. Clear.
Let's go straight to the phone lines. Caller, you live. Caller, you there? Not ready yet. Let's go, caller, you live.
Hi, Shoel.
Hi, mommy.
Saucy, baby, how are you put it on me? How are you put it on? Hi, Shoel. You know very, very, very good, right?
I know you very, very, very good.
That scrap iron dealer who called a while ago, you cannot disrespect me, brother man. I carry a great amount of respect. I represent CPSA conference, all different countries I've been. You cannot disrespect me. And if you know who I am, you will skip, Pete. I shame up for me. You know that he could disrespect
Yes,
me.
I know.
He don't know that about me, brother man. I carry a great amount of respect for Diego Martin West. You don't know me. You are a scrap iron dealer. Aisha, honey, have a good one. Bring it on me, saucy baby. Bring it on. I God.
Oh, God, Lord. Leave listen, leave mommy alone, eh? And I go to say saucy, leave mommy alone. Will you leave me, please? Call her live.
Aisha, man.
Oi.
Aisha, I've told you already, and I'm going to tell you again. Dr. Rowley came and told the world what it is he did in Lekito. And on top of that, the silk tree fell down in Lekito. Sacred to Begonians people, Aisha Welch. Aisha Welch, be careful in Tobago. Do say I tell you. I will leave it there.
Why does it appear that some people intend to be nasty and ruthless in this Tobago election coming up here? I am getting the feeling that they're going to be stink and dirty with their behavior in this election. Caller, you live.
Aisha,
Oi.
What is wrong with these people and them? Why they don't know what the Bible tells you? Respect authority. That the prime minister of the country, no respect at all, boy. Oh God, what I'm doing is leave it there and leave it right there. Leave the prime minister alone. Leave the president and them alone. What is wrong with you? You understand? Stop your nonsense, big man. We're not going to challenge with all people now. I 69 years, gone through my life next year I'll be 70 years. You understand? And at least we must have respecting the lady. The lady is not a little child, she's an old lady. Disrespect she and Mr. Kingsley. What is wrong with all your public people? God, Aisha, God. Hey.
Thank you so much. I'm waiting for my PDP brethren on the live to call. Let's debate. Where is Trevin? Trevin Webb, where are you? You only bad on Facebook or what? I tell you, when you see you throw me to the wolves, be careful I ain't come back leading the packet. Don't sleep on me, Trevin. Don't sleep on me. Call on your live.
Aisha?
Yes?
You know people that you take things for granted. You know, my colleague from Barataria will always tell people, and they take it for granted big time, moral and spiritual values. You see those two words? Even Mr. Pandey couldn't catch himself after Mr. Robinson said that. Mr. Pandey he never won anything after that. You see, you see people like Lividiane, it's a sad thing when a man probably over 60 years is paid to attack Dr. Rowley. But I want to tell her something, The UNC, Watson, you can everybody. Be careful how you're dealing with a protected man. And I talk about security. You see, spiritually protected. You know this UNC could never beat Dr. Rowley in an election. They will come and tie, but they just can't win. Watson, you come, you get 6 seats. He can't win. You just can't see a way. You know why? Leave that man alone and concentrate on what you all could use to win an election without attacking that tall black man. And I want to tell you all, UNC couldn't see a way since 2013. You're reaching close. She even drawing and saying she wins. What should you come? 12 seats, 6, can't win, can't see way. Leave him alone and concentrate on what people elect for. I am telling you that. You can't unseat somebody who is grounded spiritually. I want you all here. All the best. Take care.
Good evening, Queen Aisha. Mr. David there, I am not surprised. You probably have a jumbie on you too. You too restless for an old man. You too restless for an old fool.
Thank you so much, Queen. Hope you're having an awesome day. Caller, you live.
Yes, Aisha.
Yes, brother.
I heard what's his name? Tabakit said that UNC is not in Tobago, but UNC is in Tobago. What's the UK UNC? So Tabakit, what's supposed to tell people? If everybody out here notice, UNC is Watson Duke. Watson Duke is UNC. You understand? Aisha, I would like to say something on the program. Can I say it, please?
Yes, sure.
Right. There was a young fella today that made a statement on the program, on a program on. He spoke about the food outlets and these sort of things, right? And stating that African people shouldn't buy from them, whoever. But my point, when I look at that young guy was crucified by callers. See what happened? There was a woman whose father has a business where they do juice and milk and these sort of things. She made a statement about putting things in for us. No Indian radio station call and ask the callers what they think about her statement. And then somebody said put things in the double for them. Nobody on any other station ever called and asked what they think about that statement. The doctor, understand, who said all what he said about African people. Nobody called any other Indian called any other station and said what they think of that. You understand? The Minister of Health, he fired an African doctor because she said what she put on the Facebook what she saw experienced. He fired her. No other radio station, Indian radio station, they put and asked them what they think about that. That was put on this radio station. And that young guy, he was crucified. You know they had that, I don't know if you know what they call it, a picnic. Picnic in America means pick a nigger and hang him. When they're having a picnic, that's what they used to do. They go to church on a Sunday, and they had a service, and they say we're having a picnic on Monday. They hang a nigger. And that little youth, he was crucified, you understand, because of what he said. We in a bad state. We in trouble as a black people. Have a good evening and we should see.
Thank you so much. I'm going to play some voice notes in a short while. Caller, you live? Not ready yet. Let me play some voice notes.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Aisha, I want Kingsley and Mr. Leave It There to know who God bless, let no man curse. They can't come around Dr. Rowley and they can't interfere with him. So tell them, know what they're doing.
Thank you so much. Caller, you live?
Aisha?
Yes?
You can remember, back in the days, Mikey K used to say, politics is war. Aisha Wedge, that is what I know. Politics is war. Rowley Jr. and Barataria, politics is war. Aisha, I love you, girl. I will leave it there.
You leave it right there. Caller, you live?
Aisha, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What some people are anyhow, the gentleman who called before this discussion individually, the gentleman have to understand that two wrong don't make a right. I understand what you said. I listen to the program concerning that. Two wrong don't make a right. And it's the way I say something. You give certain impression to certain people there. And I'll come back to Tobago. What people like Kingsley and whoever do is, don't go for no political bantering. You go to educate the Tobagonians, those who on the side who thinking different because of they don't like the Prime Minister. It's not about the Prime Minister, it's about Tobago getting what it needs. Educate the little ignorant thinkers on them. Don't go the political banter and whatnot. That is what is educating them. You understand? Because the other side, which is the UNC down here, they don't want to support it because of political reasons. Because of high political reasons. And don't forget the UNC wouldn't want Tobago to get what they need. But just because they hate Dr. Rowley, that is why they're doing that. So that's what the Kings is going to do. That's what he's supposed to do. Educate or go on political banter and bacchanal. Thank you.
Caller, you live?
Good evening, as well.
Pleasant evening.
Merci, Party. I want to know first, the word is not Lekoto is not Lekito, it's Lekoto. Right, the S is silent. For them, the amorphous one, the amorphous one is smutty and always spotty when it speaks, with no substance behind it. I know it's a physical prostitute, but somebody should say when country long.
Good afternoon, Aisha. I glad leave it there. No politics is war. And I hope you know it also have casualties. And all of them will be casualties in this war. Who laugh last, laugh the best.
Caller, you live?
Aisha?
Yes?
There's a gentleman that called just now and talked about, there was a young gentleman made a statement. I didn't hear the statement, but apparently what he meant is that if he's opening a business, the mantra was don't buy from the Syrian and don't buy from the Indian. Now, those are racist statements. And I keep telling them that if we speak in politics where Kamala Prasad and they are using statements in relation to racial biases and that kind of thing, we pull them over the coals. But you can start a business as a black man where black men hardly own businesses. And your mantra is don't buy from the Indians and don't buy from the Syrians. And that mantra like an eight man, you know. That foolish thing. I have neighbors who are East Indian. You know them? I can remember my brother running a barbecue, and there were Muslim people, Indians, buying from him. Right? There were mixed people, right? There were few Hindu people. There were African people buying from him. So in a community where you have African descent, your mantra can be Africanism in relation to business. That don't buy from the Indians, and you come here on the radio as a big old hardback man to tell you that he was the guy was what happened to him today. We tried to teach him in a way, don't use that. Open your business silently, advertise, and use the correct approach to have your clientele be any race. This old hardback man coming to that you want race to be a factor in business. Just you have no shame. Take it easy. And if you know them back, these are old men just like even there. This grateful African man, boy. As an African man today when you're in your 60s, you want to ensure that leadership epitomizes where you came from, what you're all about, and what you learn. So you can be 60 years and pushing racism on a young guy who's trying to open a business. No, that's not my thing. I've always said that Kamala Prasad push a narrative that doesn't have what you call a national approach in a contribution to leadership. It's not. And once they replace her and you get a leader doing that, then it's good embracement or embracing. But for the time being, I am telling you, you cannot push a racial narrative in relation to business as a black man. I am telling all of that. Take it easy, Aisha Wells. All the best.
Caller, you live. Blessed evening.
Comrade.
Yes, comrade.
The Tobago issue is very important. I had to let people know what's happening in Tobago because Aisha, Dr. Rowley has talked about bringing that legislation long time, right? And there was working on that green paper in Tobago under the UNC under the People Partnership government. Aisha, Gani, Martin George, Chrislyn Moore, all of them was working on that green paper. And when Dr. Rowley bring that legislation to help Tobago, the UNC said they're not supporting no bill. So we know, Aisha, from long time, they're not going to support anything because they said they're not supporting. Wade Mark said they're not going to support nothing. So, Aisha, the extended arm they have in Tobago, the PDP, who they are supporting, we have to go up there and show the people in Tobago that UNC don't want nothing good for them because their budget going to increase from 4% to 8%, you know, Aisha. If you listen to what the bill is saying, right, them getting an increase of 4% in their budget. You know what kind of money is that for Tobago to do? So we have to really go and show them that UNC do not want. Kingsley, I'm waiting for you to come grandly, you know, by the corporation, you know. All right. Okay, Aisha, good program.
You still waiting for Kingsley to protest? Kingsley offer that protest talk. Caller, you live.
Let me say good evening again to you, Aisha Wells.
Yes, Kingsley, bless evening.
Grandy, I will be up there very soon, Grandy. So much of things, Grandy. Aisha Wells, why some German get not excited because they hear I going to Tobago? I'm going to Tobago to hear the people. And Monday I'm going to tell you who the people is looking to think. But Aisha Wells, I hear they waiting on you to run you out of Tobago, you know. Be careful, you know.
Kingsley,
Because, yes,
if
Aisha
there's
Wells.
one thing I sure about Tobagonians love me, eh?
I know speak to Ari's sister and Ari's brother.
I know you calling Tobagonians and making bacchanal on me. I know that. You think I don't know that? Just pass me straight when you see me on the island, eh?
God. I can't go and wait to just swim in that pool.
Pass me straight when you see me, eh, partner?
As I reach, I'm going to take a bait in the pool. Oh my God, Tobago sweet. Aisha, I will be going to Tobago because the Tobago people are saying who is king. They are coming, I'm coming. Aisha Wells, just remember this, eh? Tobago people not shipping people, you know. If for your feet, Tobago cannot read and think again, like long time.
Tobagonians could always read. That way you don't know. You see how you spay foot in your mouth? Go to Tobago and tell them long time they couldn't read now. Tobagonians were always intelligent. They were always smart. Don't
pay them for that because all you think that all you could fool them.
Nobody in intent to fool Tobagonians.
Why 6'6", that is when people educate themselves and understand that it cannot be one party running an island for so much years without giving account, Aisha Wells. So what you are saying, Aisha Wells, Tobago people must remain stupid and foolish. They mustn't wake up and rise up and vote for either political party.
Tobagonians was never stupid, Kingsley. That is where you fall and hit your head.
Aisha, after all these years, Tobago still has problems. Up to now, we can't get account for the TJ. So I am going to Tobago. And all of that
Kingsley, I am begging you, stay out of Tobago, eh? All right.
No, listen, all of that don't make me bow and fight, you know. Because if I bow and fight for what's in joke, just remember this, Aisha, before I go. There was an individual who carried up a whole brigade up there and the lost Parado, Prime Minister. So be careful of all of what going up there, no.
First of all, if you know me, I don't operate so, firstly. So all that fanfare and that Prado and that is not me. I don't operate so. Go and study my track record when I campaigning in Tobago. It has been sneakers and jeans and hit the road. I don't campaign on no high road. No.
Because I know a certain type of 5 person, when they share that, they driving the Prado and the vehicle. But when they're going to Tobago, they're driving a hunchback vehicle. They hear ramful. Let me say that even to Shamford Kojo. Let me say that even to you, Miss Shamford Kojo. I say yes, there's somebody, when you see them in Trinidad, they're high. You know something, when they're going into Tobago, they put on sneakers because they love highly shoes in Trinidad, eh? But when they go to Tobago, I say, well, go over in Tobago this weekend here, and the people say they don't want all you. It's all her breakfast. Whatever that play, the people tell Kingsley they want oil. If they want oil, I will come and say it's oil. But if they want wasn't joke, I am going there and look out for Kingsley. Kingsley will be on my jersey. Kingsley, oh my gosh. I will be coming to all the community. I will be coming and checking each and every one of all you. I have 2 days over there, Saturday and Sunday. I can't wait to get in the pool because Aisha Wells, the pool nice. I want to thank again Aisha Wells, my good friend, Avi boy and Avi girl, who from Leketo. I cannot even remember the area, the name of what they gave me, but I look forward to meet you in the airport. So Aisha Wells, I'll be sending you some pictures. Whenever there, I'll be sending you some pictures on WhatsApp. So you're going to see me in Tobago. Thank you very much.
All I beg you, look, Kingsley, go your way. All I begging you, Kingsley, is please play You Don't Know Me on the Island when you see the Sam party ass at the airport, eh? First of all, you're wrong to even assume Tobagonians will ever illiterate. That's your biggest mistake. Tobagonians are among the smartest people I've ever come across. Highly intelligent, and they are not wayward and they are not lazy. Let me put that in your pipe and smoke it. They don't depend on politicians to go forward. Tobagonians are humble people. Kingsley. Let me put you in your place and you must want to go and bathe in nice pool over in the hotel. All of a sudden, you can't do it without a pool, eh? Since you get pool, you can't do it without a pool, eh? Now, and Kingsley, that is where you're wrong. Tobagonians have never been illiterate. Let me put you in your place, Kingsley. How dare you sit down where you come from? Can't put two sentences together properly and assume Tobagonians are illiterate people. You know your place? You know your damn place, boy? Tobagonians are some of the most hard-working people everywhere you pass on the island. They have a shop set up in front of their home or they doing business. Your head good? About Tobagonians illiterate. That is how I know all you're so out of touch with Tobagonians. What you know about Tobagonians, Kingsley? About you going Tobago to campaign. Take care you and make Watson Duke lost the election in PDP election going up there to campaign, eh? Matter of fact, you know what? Kingsley, go. Kingsley, you go and campaign, please. Go. I don't ever go to Tobago and campaign on no high road. Ask anybody about me. When I am in Tobago, it is sneakers and jeans, walking the hills and the valleys, saying down at every shop, going at every home. There is no time to rest. So ask anybody about my track record of campaigning in Tobago. It's out there. You can go and ask or Google it. There's pictures on the internet. So that's the problem right there, Kingsley. Well, you underestimate Tobagonians, but Tobagonians are going to shock you. Once Tobagonians understand where they have come from and where they are at now and where they are heading and the road to get there, they're going to make the best decision possible for themselves and the island. And trust me when I tell you, Tobagonians have come a long way. That is all I would say. I won't say too much. I won't say too much. Too much are all your smart men and smart women think. Or they could con Tobagonians into doing what they want or what all you want them to do. But that won't happen this time around. Tobagonians just need to understand everything don't happen overnight. They have come a long way. They have come from point A to point B. And there is a longer way to go. But this is the plan, this is the direction, this is the road, and we sticking to it. Facts. Facts, Kingsley. So you know what? All the time I was telling you not to go, but no, you go. Since you know that the dunce and the ignorant and the not bright, you go. You go and campaign, Kingsley. You go right ahead. Take care. Tobagonians and shock you when you reach. I just saying, they are not like Trinidadians. It's not no shack in Tobago, eh, partner? Let me just put you in your place one time. It's not no shack in Tobago and they ain't waiting for nobody to buy no phone for them. I'm gonna go for a break. We'll be right back.
Life may be tough, but we must keep going. We feeling the pain, yes we keep holding strain, but we must keep fighting. Regardless of how it come, we just can't surrender. We gotta keep working towards a better future. We may never be always down and fighting to stay off the ground. We must remember.
You take over. You take over. Who love the party? Any partyers in here? All who missing party. If you know you're missing party, I want your hands so. I want your hands so. You have to be like this. Hold on. I want them go with you because there's a little time to party here, boy. I ain't get the party, you know. There's money time. So I only want to wave with me. We taking all the wave we could. Start from top. Who love the party? Put your hand in there. All the party. Turn up. We love the party. Who love the party? Put your hand in there. Yeah, man. if you're good, yeah. Let me tell you. I just wanted to live. Down the road, down the road, down the road. Yes. Over here, over here, over here. Oh, yeah, in the air. Guess my brother. Yeah, yeah, man. Hey, pull up the party. Oh, hey, pull up my party. Oh, la, la, la. Feeling right, I'm feeling. Somebody got to break your own mouth. I'm feeling right, I'm feeling right. Party, I'm feeling happy. I outside in the party. I just wanted to live. You know, I love to spend time just
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and Fifth Street South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
This is the voice of Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:15 to 9:45 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Hi Trinidad and Tobago, this is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marvel Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a TRME time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maribel.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, Tell your friends. Tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the house of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
But we must keep going. We feeling the pain. Yes, we keep holding strain, but we must keep fighting. Regardless of how it come, we just can't surrender. We gotta keep working towards a better future.
Good evening, Aisha. He is an illiterate man. We know what he over in Tobago. We just hear about he. We know what he over here. He illiterate. Good afternoon, Aisha. What wrong with Kingsley? He want to make himself irrelevant. Nobody want Kingsley to rule. Nobody know. People just laugh when they hear Kingsley want to rule people, and he going to Tobago. My cousins and them laughing and saying, "Oh, they're mad. Oh, just send that over here." You know, he only fooling himself.
Good afternoon, Miss Welch. Mr. Kingsley, the first thing before you start to recruit people in Tobago, first thing you learn to talk. That's the first thing, so people can understand you. And I don't get that concept about Tobago people stupid. You understand? Know your place and know what you're saying. You understand? But Tobago people stupid and people go, boy, look, first thing, learn to talk first. And then recruit people in Tobago. You're talking about by 5 from Watson Duke. Now Watson Duke is never in Tobago. Watson Duke is in a place called Congo Hill. If I speak to one, I speak to Watson Duke house. Every day Watson Duke had to pass in a place called Broad Road and get for us $200 to buy rum for them to drink. For them to vote for the last election gone. I know all Watson Duke file, you know. I know all. Now Watson Duke is neighbors in Tobago.
Good evening, Aisha. Tell them that Dr. Rowley is covered with the blood of Jesus. No weapon formed against him shall prosper. Leave Dr. Rowley alone. He's blessed, he's covered and well anointed by the Holy Spirit of God Almighty.
Yes, Ruth, see, I now step in the dance. Yes, Kingsley, I hear calling people dunce. A man who can't construct a sentence together properly. Pot, kettle, black. Nelson West Indian reader for you, boy. Kingsley, Tobago, nothing.
Caller, you live.
Aisha,
Yes, leave it there.
let me show you something. Tracy, Philip, and all of them, they leave out Mr. Cunningham. Correct me if I am wrong. Who win elections for the PNM already. They put in Kwesi Nivins, who lost the goddamn elections. Aisha, look, they put him back. Aisha, they put him back. Aisha, be careful. I will leave it here.
Leave it there. All your advice, do me a favor. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. All right? Nobody in politics is guaranteed a seat. Their parents didn't leave a seat for them to inherit. So if someone else is given an opportunity to take charge of a district and run for it, then that person has the right to go there and try their best. Nothing is wrong with Kwesi Devines going up for this seat. Nothing is wrong with that. Sheldon Cunningham did his best. I assisted Sheldon in the last election. He won. Kwesi's turn now. That's how politics is. You know, nobody leave a seat for them to inherit. Leave it there. Keep your advice to yourself, please. Caller, you live.
Blessed evening.
Blessed evening.
Yeah, let's what support it. So that can just call you know what? The mother the dizzy, she can't walk at the time. Let's see, left up one, she pull along.
I see the sharing memes all over social media now with Kingsley. Kingsley, you ain't know where you do. Caller, you live.
Kingsley, boy, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they have done. He know what he doing. Calling to be going on stupid. He have a thing coming, he have a shot coming. And Basdio Pandey went up for Couva North. And Basdio Pandey didn't have the key for Couva North. He was ousted as by somebody else. Nobody have the key for or the deed for any constituency or any place. So Kingsley and them have to understand that, right? And I don't know, you going over there to do what? To do what? People now in Tobago, as what I am hearing, they understand that what Luke is a B team of the UNC. People is now starting to register. You understand? So all they can jump high, all they can jump low. I believe what they're going to get a shocker in the state election coming. Right? I love to and listen. I shall keep up the good work.
One day it's for the slave, one day for the master. So always keep your courage up. Don't allow confidence to drop. One day we'll be right here on top. While we appreciate the little...
So while we wait to see the boundaries the EBC comes up with, as they split constituencies or districts rather, as they split the districts in Tobago, we wait to see what they are going to be. You know, it's history on the island. From 12 to 15, they're going to have to split some districts in two. We wait to see where those splits will happen. Caller, you live.
Hello, Aisha. Good
Hi.
evening.
Hi, how are you doing?
I would like you to advise Kingsley to put on the whole yellow suit, the yellow shoe, and the hat and go up to Tobago. Go all in yellow.
Look, only leave me alone, please. I ain't set up the man up the hole in yellow. All your head good. I just have a few more minutes of the program left. I'll take your voice notes and I will take your calls. Yeah, so I'm waiting to see where they're actually going to get the 15 from, or the extra 3. It would be, you know, it would be something. So, people, the lines are open. Just a few more minutes left. Good afternoon to Hermione Ford, who is on the live. Hermione, hope you're having an awesome evening. Caller, you live.
Hello?
Yes?
Aisha?
Oi.
Kingsley didn't say Tobago stupid, people stupid and all. Probably he was referring to the PNM in Tobago. That's what he's referring to. And I would like to see where the EBC is going to place the street seats. If they're going to place these seats in PNM where PNM won, or they're going to put it in other areas. People are waiting with bated breath to see what the EBC is about. Okay?
Well, I don't believe the people who vote to PNM in Tobago are stupid either. And Central, I think it's Central they just call you. And even if the EBC decides to put the seats wherever they choose to put it, that is the people of Tobago business. How that bothering you in Central? How? You can answer me that question. How that bothering you in Central? Caller, you live.
Aisha Wells.
Oi.
Kingsley is an afterbirth child, you know, so you have to forgive him. You understand me? Aisha Wells, forgive him. Aisha Wells, the Tobago people, they're very independent. Take what I'm telling you about, and see what they talk about. Aisha, you notice the last time the young man, the little boy, he must be about 5 to 6 years was doing farming, right?
Right.
You remember that?
Remember.
Tobago people is the most smart and educated. Look, we get what we have from there. We had a prime minister, we had a president, you understand me? We have the chief justice. Don't bother with kings. He's the afterbirth child. Tobago people are not stupid people, Aisha, and they're smarter than Trinidadians. I can afford to tell you that. I don't be in Tobago. Aisha and your honey, you reach home safe and have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Mommy.
Okay,
Mr.
bye-bye.
PNM, I look at you smarter than that. Don't get caught in the net. Don't be a fish. Don't make Aisha have your fish. You smarter than that, Mr. PNM, okay? The tape there, if you didn't hear what I say, go back and listen to the tape, okay? Understand the tape. But I know is what hurting. What I said in the conversation, that the people get bright now because they understand that PNM is no more 6-6. They ain't blind no more. Well, let me see it that way. They ain't blind no more. If it only would foolish and they ain't dunce no more, when they ain't blind no more, they understand that and again that when our people educate themselves, knowing that they cannot have one party running it for so long. So, Mr. PNM, I look at you in a higher standard than the rest of normal callers and them. You understand?
You retract your statement now, but still, West Indian Nelson read that boy for you, boy. The whole nation saying that boy, you clown.
Caller,
the whole fat.
What the hell is this? Caller, you live.
Aisha.
Yes.
Let me show you something again. Aisha, the people who have to choose the people to represent the PNM, Aisha, they choose themselves. Tracy's the pilot to be the best street to represent the PNM and leave out Kaniham other people. Aisha girl, I love you. I'll leave it there.
Father Lord. Caller, you live.
Central, I tell you, all you have 4 years, you, penal, wrong circular. The next job you want from Tarot, you all you have 4 years to wait. You're hurting. Central is a racist. 2015, I hear all the Trace Indian. And Dr. Ali, of God, that bald head end. I'm going to say yes, and yeah, 4 years, but you're a racist. You understand? All I had a gate and all the room come.
All right, love. I just have a few more minutes. Speak now or forever. Hold your peace. I will not be on work tomorrow. I think that is self-explanatory. But I will be back with you guys on Monday. I'm not sure what provisions they will put in place for me tomorrow. But trust and believe, I will be back on Monday. Caller, you live?
Yeah, Aisha?
Yes.
I want to ask Kingsley, who was Victor Bruce?
He said Tobagonians were doing this. Who was Victor Bruce? Let's ask him that question for a minute. And I want him to tell him something. Mommy, I like to hear Mommy call maybe some partner every evening. She's a lady of fun. You understand? Don't try to be disrespectful to somebody, a big lady. You got it big or small, but don't try to be disrespectful. Have respect, especially for your elders. She is a lady of fun. If you listen to her, I like to hear her. I hear with Anderson. Anderson is a royal boy. Which one say Aisha?
Aisha Wells again, I come back again. Leave it there. He just bought a new car there last week on there. You understand? I know the brother. You understand? He living on my side. I know him. I don't want him to know with me, but I know him personal. He get a new car.
Caller, you live.
Aisha Wells.
Yes, Kunji.
Aisha Wells, for the years I know you on national radio. It is nice knowing you on national radio, but this is my last on national radio. I'm going on a program.
You are leaving?
Yes, I'm going on a program. You know the program that have Naked and Afraid?
No, I never heard of it.
You never heard of that program? Well, I'm going on a program, Colombia in the Jungle, for 40 days. Naked and Afraid. Or look at the research up on it, but it was nice knowing you on the radio. You have a good day and a wonderful time on national radio. Bye.
Well, boy, miracles do happen. Kunji is leaving. Caller, you live?
Aisha Wells.
Yes, caller.
Tell this other core kings and never don't go to the Dago because if I catch in there, you get a black big cutter.
God, no, we're not promoting violence at all, caller. All right, guys, let me see if I can take this one. Caller, you live?
Good afternoon to you, Miss Aisha Wells. How are you going, my darling?
I good. You just have a minute, crime fighter.
I no problem. I'll make it short and sweet. What I will advise, Watson, you condemn this afternoon right now. Since the 12 seats, the population of Tobago occupy those 12 seats, right? What they're looking to split and turn into 15. Keep a close eye and notice, check the names, that if it's people from Trinidad coming up there under low to make up the population in that 3 seats. Watson, you and your group, take a serious look at that. Thank you very much.
All right, people, I am out of here. Have a good one.
We feeling the pain. Yes, we keep holding friend, but we must keep fighting. Regardless of
views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.